YouTubers. Right, basically today we're going to be doing the van on the outside of the bodywork. So now the problem with the van is, I did say it's got a bit of rust on it. The price was about right for the van, but the mileage was low for the year. The bodywork was not so good for the year. So it was a compromise basically. I thought the mechanics was more important than the bodywork, because I can deal with the bodywork, but I can deal less with the mechanic side. So I wanted the reliability. Bearing in mind I only paid £2.5 for this van. You know, they can become unreliable when you start paying that sort of money. The whole point of this project is it to be a very cheap camper van basically, but looking the best it possibly can. So anyway, so I've been out shopping, I've got some bits and bobs to do the van, and what I intend to do is do some needle gunning on the rust parts of the bodywork. And then what I'm going to do is put a rust converter on top of that to harden the rust, any that I can't get off. And then I will put some zinc primer on, but I will put some brush zinc primer on so it gives it a good thick coat. I may even give it 2 coats possibly, because if you use the zinc primer in a can, you tend to give it a thin coat, and within a year the rust is coming through again, and we don't want that. So I'm putting extra thick brush coat zinc primer on. And then after that we will be basically putting the gunk in the 2-pack epoxy filler, shaping it up, and then I will rub it down, put some fine surface on, spray that with an undercoat, and then it's ready to take its top coat. The top coat will be just in local areas. I'm not spraying the full van, although that might happen next year, but for now I'm just tidying the van up as best as I can. So I'll just quickly introduce you to the products that I'm using. So I have got some aluminium mesh, just in case any holes appear. I think that might happen. And then I've got the Hammerite rust converter. That'll harden the rust and turn it black, so that I can then apply the primer 3 hours later. This is the primer I'm going to be using, the brush primer, really thick. So I'm going to be using this. And this is my favourite 2-pack epoxy filler, what I use in my game. I'm a decorator as a trade, and I use this all the time on windows, so I'm quite comfortable with using this product. And it's actually meant for car bodies really, but we use it on windows for rot and stuff. So I'll see you outside and we'll see how we get on. I'll show you the damage of the van. Right, this is the needle gun I've bought. It's a Clark X Pro. I hope you can see me down there. The camera's a bit low. My friend who's using his cameras, got fed up with me because I did that many takes. I'm having to use my iPhone now. Anyway, this is my needle gun. I bought it for this van, I bought it for my other van, and I bought it for my old Jag because the underbody needs sorted out. But that's a project for next year. This is this year's project. So I'm going to use this on the van. Hopefully it'll get the rust off good and proper in all the awkward places. That's the plan. And then we'll use a wire brush and whatnot to get right in there, because we've got to stop this rust from coming back, because that's the bane of having to repair bodywork. The rust always tends to come back. So we're going to try to avoid that. So if you ever see me at the Quirky van show next year, you can check my bodywork on my van, see if the rust's coming through. I've adjusted the camera. We've talked about this. Put your hands up if you've been watching the Greg Virgo videos. That'll be me. I think I've watched all of them. It's kind of like the inspiration. He is the daddy of the building your own camper vans. He had the money, he had the skills. I've got none of them, so I'm doing it the cheap way. So, and the other thing I've noticed as well is trying to film what you're doing it's quite time consuming. I just want to get on with the job. So basically what I think is going to happen is there's going to be less talk and there's just going to be more action and fast forwarding and that kind of stuff through the different videos as go along. I will talk through various things, obviously. I like talking, as you can see. But anyway, I'll explain a few things, but I'll be skipping a lot. I won't be going into detail like Greg Virgo does or anything like that. I'll be keeping it quite simple. It's all about what it looks like at the beginning and what it looks like at the end, with a little bit of work in between. That's the general idea. And the other thing is, it's about the decoration as well, because I want to show you this new product that I'm putting on the ceiling and the walls that I think might be quite good for camper vans. I actually use this product, I actually make this product, I put it on the walls in buildings. I'm now going to try and put it on the walls in a camper van. Alright, we need to set this pressure at 60 psi. And down you come.